Hello and welcome back to the CSQ of Kabul University as a CSQ program. My name is Jawad Rahimi, as a first semester in the CSE faculty of Kabul University. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about HTML tags, and the second one, the first one is select, and the second one is options because it's remain for me. As my teacher have been saying in the class, and I want to talk about information, examples, and some get-wrong information about attributes, values, and that they have been get to use in our website. So how you can use and like that. So I'm gonna go forward to understand what is going on in here. In this template, I want to talk about the select. As you can see, the select element is used to create a drop-down list in an HTML form. So it allows users to choose one or more option from the list. As you can see, when you want to talk about when you want to it means create a top-down or drop-down list. For example, a headline or a heading or navigation bar is the most important. And when you have to have a select include or a multiple choice in your website, you have to use the select tags, and this attribute or this element is very important for drop-down lists. And it has attributes that and its attributes include of name, ID, multiple, and size. That's regularly used inside the select tag. The name is specify the name of drop-down list because we want to use this select to go to the backend and understand what is going on in here. And the select option when he means confirm the select when you want to choose one of the multiple choice, and when you want to it means submit your form and it's go to the backend, or for example to the API server, and you understand by its name. And ID just drop down, you want to take an ID to select to have selector for style, or maybe you want to have to put labels by ID. It's going to be specify a unique ID for the drop-down list in here. And the multiples to allow user to select a multiple option. For example, when you have to go to for example to any websites of the application first, for example passport identification. So you need for many options you have to choose multiple options. Another is the size. The size of it shows the number of the visible options on the select option, which number, how many options or how many value do you want to choose on here. An example in here is select, the name is equal to the car, and ID is equal to the car select, and the multiple is means true, and size is it means fur. And don't put the pixel because the size just understand by the, for example, as an integer inside the quotation mark, and then close the tag, okay. And inside the select name, we're gonna go here to understand what is exactly. It is just a select tag, not option. But then I'm gonna talk about option. So what is option and how we can use this option? The purpose is define an option in drop-down list. The drop-down list, it means alone cannot usable in the website or anywhere that you want to use that. But if you want to use the option is it means a structure or a complete structure of the select tag. For example, when you want to have a select, inside the select you want to define which value do you want to perfectly visible to the user or to the end user to select. But the option is just exactly using here to select one of them. Attribute of this option is also value select label. Value to define which value you want to send to the backend, to the server. And selected, it means which option do you prefer to select it for the first time as a default. As a label, just specify a short label for an option. For example, you have a long label or a long option name. So you have to just define the label as a construct name in here. So this is a whole example of select. The select name is equal to the cur as id is equal to select. And there is a whole bunch of options in here to want to define the wolf and the sub and fade and audio in here to define. As you can see in here, the wolf is a value to the go to the server to understand what I'm doing in here. But the select is just as a default, and the wolf is selected as a default option to the select name. So this whole it was a complete information about select an option if you want to use, and you have a lot of choice to style them and just a whole structure you want to define. For example, you want to a lot of way that you want to select them, that you want to style them, and it just refer to yourself what you want to do in here. So the key point for the select is also when you define the select, you should put the name, you should put the ID, you should put the multiple, or maybe not the multiple, but the multiple is not in this constraint state that you want to put. It means but the size is also very important that you want to put that. Okay. But the option is, for option you just have to define a value because it will be understandable for the server, the backend. But you want to select it as a default. It's very important that you want to select it as a default for one option. And the label that if you have a long labels or long value name for your option, you just define the label to construct that name. Okay. In a small letter. So there's a complete example, and it was a whole bunch of information about select and option tags. Thank you very much, and I will see you again. Okay, thank you very much.
Who's the staff?